Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We have a packed episode for you this week with tips on getting better at the game, as always, and we also have a special guest with insight on handling.
Now, as you're watching, we've included an Easter egg with 2K TV Interactive. So pay attention to the question because one is worth a big VC reward.
Which question? Well, we won't tell, but a hint, it's hiding in plain sight or right in front of your eyes.
If you're in the city and looking to accelerate your My Players progression, Chris Brickley's gym is a great place to be.
There's 3-on-3 competition during the weekdays and 5-on-5 action throughout the weekends. These games are important because they accelerate badge progression depending on the difficulty.
Playing on easy will earn double the badge progression, while medium will triple it. And if you are ready for the challenge, play on hard because you'll earn 4 times the badge progression.
You can find Chris Brickley's gym right here across from these palm trees in the city. Get over there and make the most of your build.
To be the most realistic basketball game, 2K brings in the best players around the world to mocap their moves.
Josh Okoye had an amazing international career, played in the NBA, and he is one of the best ball handlers we've seen come through mocap.
No doubt. And he's also a big 2K player. So we invited him on to get some insight on how to approach the game both on and off the court and in NBA 2K. Take a look.
Josh Okoye, and welcome to NBA 2K TV. So excited to have you on today. Now, you've had a long career playing overseas in the NBA. So in 2K14, your dribbling moves first showed up in the game, which is spectacular. What was it like to have 2K ask you to have your dribbling moves in the game?
First off, it was a blessing because I've played 2K for a big part of my childhood growing up. When they asked me, I was like over the moon to do it. It took some getting used to with the tight suit. But once I got in there, I loved it. So that was really cool.
What did you think about seeing your moves in the game?
It was crazy. It was crazy. My son was the first one to kind of really show me this and that. And then I would kind of look back and be like, I think that's my move. Being able to see my son doing it and being able to show his friends, that was awesome.
Now, the mocap team told us you were one of the, quote, best displays that we've ever brought in. What's your approach or advice you give the 2K players about reading the floor and making the right reads?
The first thing I'm doing when I'm dribbling up is I'm trying to look to where the gaps are. So if I see there's really nobody on the left block, I'm really trying to do all my moves to manipulate my guy to think I'm going to the right block, just to try to get to that left block. For the gaps in the defense, if you're running different plays and you get kind of movement from a lot of the different other guys on the court, you can kind of see the different gaps kind of materialize, and then you have to be creative to get your moves off to be able to get to that spot.
When you see a defender coming up, I always love that one-on-one action, you know? If I'm getting a little heated in a game, I'm gonna call for an ISO and try to break my defender down. So what advice can you give about defenders and where they're at positionally and how to attack them, both in real life and in 2K?
Biggest thing for me is trying to go and score. If a guy is playing up on me and he's pressing me, then that for me is perfect. I'm trying to go around him, I'm trying to get to the basket, and that's when big men step up and you can kind of drop it off to your other bigs. If a guy on the wing is kind of coming over to help his teammate, that's when you kind of kick it out. So for me, when I'm seeing somebody come up and press me, I'm trying to look for that gap, and I'm just trying to get my teammates open shots.
You've been a part of the game for so long now, over 10 years. So can you describe what it's like seeing your moves progress in the gameplay as it gets better?
It's crazy. It's crazy. When I was doing mocap, they would just tell me freestyle, do a lot of different moves that come off the top of my head. So I would just kind of be out there just kind of doing different moves. Then they would say, all right, we'll do some moves that you do in the game. And these are the moves I've been doing for 20 years. Being able to see those moves in the game that I've made a career and a living off of was just really cool.
As a point guard, what advice can you give to both basketball players and 2K players about playing off the ball?
You do not want the defense to feel like you're predictable, where you make a cut and you go to the corner and you just stand there. You always want to have your defender on his toes. on her toes. So you want to always make sure that you're moving, cutting without the ball, obviously not cutting into a lane that one of your teammates is trying to cut into. So being aware of where you are on the floor in real life and in 2K. If you can get that down, I mean, you'll excel.
Is there a favorite dribble combo move that you have?
Basically, I call it a sway dribble. And basically, you're just floating, and you're kind of doing a float dribble to the side, either side. And you're looking at how the defense is playing you. Is the defender moving? Is he standing flat-footed? Is he trying to back off you? Is he coming to press you? So I love to do the sway move to kind of gauge to see where he is, check his temperature, so to speak. And then once I get to that point, I love to actually hit him with a quick combo move, double rocker, I call it, a quick crossover, really fast.
So you recently wrote a book about your journey in pro basketball. Talk about the advice that you give to young players that pertains to your journey and how it can help them.
Yeah, awesome. So the book is called My Misses Made Me. All the different mistakes I felt I made from when I picked up a ball when I was 14 to when I retired. Because a lot of people didn't know, I actually hated basketball until I was 14. I probably played a total of 15, 20 minutes until I was in high school. For me, that book actually goes through a whole range of emotions I had, from being on the end of the bench to my recruitment process to picking an agent to the things I wish I would have did different in high school. Also, it just really outlines that kids need to look to their future and where they think they'll end up.
Well, thank you so much, Josh, for joining us. Congratulations on everything, and we look forward to seeing all your ball handling skills in NBA 2K, as we've seen for the past 10, 11 years.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, and I know you guys are
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. It's the Miami Heat taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. It'll be the Heat off the tip. It's picked off. And the starting lineup for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Ware. O'Neal pulls it in.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And here's Bryant outside. Rebound Miami. Wiggins outside. Tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a three-point game. Out to the right wing. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three. It's on Alec Burks. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this game.
For the Lakers, Jerry West, 3 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on the second one. And he makes all three. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Adebayo. O'Neal pulls it in.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Now Johnson on the wing. Bryant from downtown gets the three ball to go.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
O'Neal with it. Hero picks him up. Now Now the Lakers moving it up. Right side Johnson. The three is up. Excellent D there from Wiggins. Here's Larson. Pass to Ware. Here's Larson. Hero for three. They get it back. Ware. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead. But you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Pass to Johnson. Launches a three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Miami calls timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Miami making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, that's on the defense there. Now, you can't let Wiggins get this kind of positioning inside.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
So for Miami, Anderson comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Robinson in for Andrew Wiggins.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 53 left in the first. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Robinson. Heat trail by 14. Pass to Mitchell. Wide open look. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Sinks the tray.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Now here's Mitchell. The layup off target.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Taylor, that's good. He's got 6.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Larson. No made baskets yet. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. In transition. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Anderson pulls it down. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Baylor. The offensive rebound. Down low. Here's Ware. And that one is stuffed right through.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? From deep, Johnson. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. And he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. It's Los Angeles delivering the blowout. And we'll get the second quarter up. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Rozier and Hero are the backcourt. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Wiggins in at the three. Here's Wiggins. Oh, my goodness.
What a dunk.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
To the left wing. Johnson for three. And another three for the Lakers.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Hero against Bryant. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Rozier looking around. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Heat ball.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Good on the bucket.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Baylor, hounded by Wiggins. And here's Bryant outside, on target from range. Bryant's got 6.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Johnson against Rozier. Stolen by Bryant. James outside. Kicks it out to Bryant from deep. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
And no wonder they call him Scary Terry. That's a bad man.
Highsmith, he's checked in for Miami. Burks comes in for Hero. Here's Baylor. And Los Angeles, another 3.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Three-pointer Rozier. Miami, no good that time either. Johnson passes to Chamberlain, launches it, fires in the triple. Chamberlain's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here are the Heat now. Rozier, the pass to Adebayo. Pass to Highsmith. Chamberlain pulls it in.
A tremendous defensive effort, saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And they'll keep possession. We've got 1:28 left in the second. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Bryant's got 9 points in the quarter.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Chamberlain. There's the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Chamberlain's got 6.
Excellent decision from James. He's all for whipping passes to uncover teammates.
Here's Adebayo. Knocks it loose.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Yep, that one goes. He's got 14.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And it's Rozier with the ball for Miami. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Highsmith. Adebayo with it. Got a hand on it. To the left side wing. Now James. And here's Bryant outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping this up. You need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. So it's Los Angeles now. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Chamberlain in at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here's Adebayo. And there's the rejection. They get it back. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Chamberlain. Off target from outside. Wiggins against Bryant. Pass to Adebayo. Fader on the way. Rebound, the Lakers. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Bryant outside. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Wiggins. And he drives in.
A stunning play by Wiggins. Speeding inside and just rocketing up to the hoop.
Johnson passes to Bryant. Shoots over Wiggins. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Bryant's got 7 now in this quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Hero finds Burks. Inside. Outside O'Neal. Kicks it out to Bryant. Shoots over Wiggins. And again, it's the Lakers.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate, exactly when his team needs it.
Adebayo with it. O'Neal covers. Adebayo, no good. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
From deep, Johnson. They get it back. The three is up. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Outside Burks. Hero on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Back to Burks. Will it go? And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Bryant, no good. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. Oh, and Bryant with a block. Pass to Chamberlain. Bryant with it. Fires from deep. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Bryant against Wiggins. Back to Adebayo. Deflected. Here's Johnson. Pass to West. Bryant outside. Johnson on the wing. From the arc. Kicks it out to Bryant. Here's West. And they get it back. Bryant outside. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Ware. 1:09 left to play in the third quarter here. Offensive rebound. Here's Adebayo. They shoot again. The Lakers with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection. Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
And he's all alone. Here's Johnson. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Here's Johnson. 17 points in the game. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Jacks up a three. Pure from three-point range. Johnson's got 20 points.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Pass to O'Neal. Puts up a three. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big trifecta.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. And we're just and 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Rozier. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. They've got Davion Mitchell. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Terry Rozier, and it's Highsmith in at the small forward position. Rozier's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Pass to Worthy. Now Gasol. Anderson covers. Fires the three. Jaquez grabs the board. And it's Rozier with the ball for the Miami Heat. From deep, Mitchell. Gasol grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Buries it from three. Gasol's got himself on the board with a three there.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up, just not quite in sync there.
Here's Worthy. And Los Angeles, another three.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Now here's Jaquez. Not a lot of room. Rebound by the Lakers.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
To the wing, right side. Here's West. They grab their own miss. Pass to Chamberlain. Gasol with it. Anderson covers. And it's in there. Gasol's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Rozier gets the bucket.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Pass to Chamberlain. The three. The shot, no good. So it's Miami now. Anderson passes to Jaquez. Blocked! Here's Worthy. Outside Johnson. Fires for three. Counted from distance. Johnson's got 11 in the second half. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Worthy can't hit. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
He shoots. And again, it's the Lakers. A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Anderson. Johnson against Rozier. Outside Johnson. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
To the middle. Pass to Chamberlain. All sorts of time. And again, it's the Lakers.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
On offense, here are the Lakers. Really controlling it. An 18-2 run here. Left side, Johnson. Pass to Chamberlain. The three ball. Mitchell grabs a miss. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by Worthy.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The drive by Mitchell. Anderson can't get it to go. Out to the wing. Here's West. And that bucket's good.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door.
And this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.